Okay, welcome back. Man, it took a lot to get this on almost. I had to do a lot of clicking because of the ads. Especially this McAfee thing. I really dislike McAfee. They're so intruding. And they're like worse than people who are intruding on your privacy. Like they're always popping up with something. I guess that's another video. So, we have 1,263 days left to the next halving. 2028 is the goal here. That's what I'm looking at. And I'm continuing my process of, how can I say, I'm like finding myself, trying to find what works for me in this process. And crypto is a risky business. So I got to mitigate some of that risk and be a little risky too. So I find that I like DeFi a lot. Um, there's something about seeing like funds come to my, you know, that I can go in and grab from. I like that idea. So I have started that process, especially over here on BFAT. So this one, I'm monitoring. I'm watching. I'll just say it like that. I'm watching this APR, just making sure that it kind of hangs in this area. And so far, so good. It hasn't really been the full 24 hours yet, but I've been earning some fees on it. And if it stays like this for a week, I might get that. Usually, from my experiences, that you really have to do some searching for um, these type of pairs that don't move too much when it comes to their APR. Some of them they'll have like these crazy like numbers, but they don't last. So the best thing I found um, was to just search for something that it's like in the Goldilocks zone. I like the high, you know, TVL's got to be, you know, good enough, like over 100K. And then in this case, that's good with SPX. And here we got a nice chunky APR. So this one's been hanging around, same spot. There's a few other ones that kind of, their APRs are pretty much, they don't fluctuate too much. I'm testing this one out to see how it works out. So throughout the day, and that's how I like to do. I feel as though that this helps me um as far as like what makes me comfortable in this space. And this is not financial advice in the slightest, and this is not to show off or anything, but I just want to express the opinions that in this space you really got to find out what works for you, what makes you feel comfortable. Um, the tools that make you feel comfortable. Like here, if I wanted to, let's say I wasn't feeling too comfortable, I can withdraw and I can withdraw some of it or all of it, take some funds and put it somewhere else. There's a lot of ways that you can, like, if you had the right tools, um, that you can feel comfortable. For me, that tool VFAT makes me feel comfortable as far as searching for places to provide liquidity and things of that nature. So I really enjoy that one. And I'm watching, and I can't get to. So another thing I learned is like don't get complacent. So even though I do see something, I don't have to monitor. Watch my screen like in when I was doing the DL and then with the Meteora. This one you can just set it and forget it, so to speak. Just you don't have to really forget it. I mean, like you can just do some minor observations and make sure that you know that everything is in your set parameters. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, I think that's great, and that's the way I like to go. I don't like really concentrate is good, but that's for some people who want to sit there and just watch it. You know what I mean? So you don't get a permanent loss, like whatever, or just jump out. And it's just wild. So I'm kind of good on that. Um, it took a lot of experimentation, a lot of trial and error. Of course, getting wrecked here and there. and to come to the conclusion it's like, and it's not slow money by any means necessary. It's just that, find that what works for me. So locking up tokens works for me also. Aerodrome, like the majority, I have a lot locked up over there, and it's been good. I mean, like, it's definitely been good. The rewards they give you are nice, and if this thing goes up higher and higher, by the time the next halving comes, you get a nice chunk sitting on to extract and do what it needs to be done, pay bills and debt, chisel that down. So that's the aim of this goal here. So, and that's where I'm pretty much at. Bitcoin jumped to 72K. Nice juicy bump to the upside. Last time I did a video, I think we were in the 60s. And before that, we're in the 50s. And so Dogecoin is just continuing to rip it. So to me, that's a good sign. Let me just go over to the crypto area. And boy, oh boy, I do have some experiences that I would like to share, but I'm going to kind of wait until there's some type of conclusion. But I will tell you this much. Kind of got my ass handed to me, and then handed to me, and like, vice versa, so to speak. Still kind of evened out on something. So Doge is just continuing to move up 24%, which is ripping higher, slowly but surely. And like, let's see, in the last 24 hours, up 3% ahead of Bitcoin, ahead of Ethereum, so it's just on a little bit of a tear here. And so I like that. But Doge has a mega doogie. I said doogie. But it has a mega market cap, 24 billion. Hey, do not underestimate Doge. So what can come? I think people want to go. So now here's the thing: is people think like, retail's coming in, and like, they probably won't go for these things. But to me, that's the contrary. I think, SHIB is still worth looking at. My sister's in that one. And I think Dojins, I really do. I mean, I think you get some of the blue chips. And for me, from the last pandemic, well, hopefully there is none. From the pandemic, Doge and shit came out, and that's all we know. So to me, people go back to the same thing they know. And my sister's been sitting on this for years, and she's not into crypto really at all. But she got some shit, and she's sitting on it. So then that kind of like inclines me to think that people will go back to what they know. So I think having an investment in SHIB and in Doge is a good thing. I really do. If you're trying to get some gains, and as you can see, at least Doge is you know, blazing the trail. As you can see, 7 days. It's been blazing, and you got SHIB in the background. But wow, Doge is really killing it. And I think people are probably FOMOing in right now. So might wait for a pullback and see what happens. But usually when you catch wind of something like this, it's too late. Seeing it is it's too late. And that means that you're jumping in, and just like some others, and somebody's taking out. And the majority of the people are taking out just getting a correction, that's all. But that's some other stuff. You can look at the MACD or whatever it is you want to do and make a decision from there. But here we go. We got some ETF action here. So BlackRock has been killing it, man. That's the biggest intake all October, and we have one more day, and I guess you can call it October to a degree. It's kind of not really in October, unless Bitcoin hits its all-time high. I mean, like, to me, it'd be just mid-tober, if anything. But it's a good sign. I mean, I'm not in a rush. Like I say, I'm going to the next halving. And like I said, I got, like, even on Jupiter, I have coins locked up over there. And it just helps keep, so here's another part of it. Helps keep my hands out of the cookie jar, so to speak. Doing these trades, doing small trades. So I have to have a certain discipline, because I have to wait 30 days on Jupiter. If I was on Jupiter, I had to wait every bit of 30 to get my some tokens, whatever, that I have staked on there, and it's not a problem. But like by whatever it would be at that particular time, then like I would have to. I'm pretty sure that it would pass. If it was my urge to do something or to jump into a trade, yeah, I'm sure that would pass. So I have, you know, I feel comfortable staking my stuff here, especially if I'm going for the long haul. So that's one. That's two, actually. I say Aerodrome, same thing. I stake my arrow on Aerodrome, nice rewards and fees. I feel comfortable there. Now, that's a 4-year lock. So I know the penalties and stuff like that. You can't get everything at one time. So if that was the case, it wouldn't really be a protocol in place for that. And on Sui. Sui, I got Seed is locked in, and that's 180-day unlock, or you can get a certain amount in less that of that, but you have to wait. So I keep very little idle tokens around. I say the most idle tokens I do have coins, it will be Mr. Miggles, but that's a low market cap one, and I figure it does more. It'll do better. It'll do better, just not in a pool and just laying loose. So that is my hopes with Mr. Miggles, and I keep coming back to that one is my potential workhorse for this pandemic. I mean, I keep saying pandemic for this bull run. So let's go to my memes, and I got a one crap coin. So I did an investment in this mining one here, and that I can't knock it until um I see to the bull run is full swing. But I will say this: um, I kind of broke even on that adventure that I went on, and I'm still on actually. But I made one move that was profitable, and it was nice. And a good thing I made my move when I did, because man, oh man, it's having problems now. But anyway, I got Mr. Miggles, SPX. That's in the pool though. But I do have that going on for the long haul. You can see that. It's got that going on for the long haul. So it's got a high market cap. It's kind of stable-ish. I mean, like, of course it can rip, but it does hang in a certain zone for a little bit, chopping sideways, and makes its move and does what it's going to do and repeats. And so Mr. Miggles has been up 25% in the past 7 days, which is good because it was in a nice fat slump for a minute. So it's still too early. I bought back in. I jumped out around here, maybe touch lower, touch higher. And I just dipped off and did some other stuff, made some more funds, came back, jumped back in the MIGs, around like 17-ish, 18-ish. So it's up right now, which is cool. No, it's not up by much. But anyway, it's good to see a green on the port. So I got some portfolio management to do as far as like tracking and everything like that. Kind of got a lot of stuff to do. And here we go. We got some stuff. I might get into this and read a few of these things because, like, to be honest with you, in the bull run, there is like everybody. Look, getting rich is you can put some bets. It's possible. It's not impossible in this game. It's not, and not today either. It's not impossible today. But I do think that investing in some blue chip type like memes would be most advisable, opposed to digging in the dungeon deeps like these down here, creeping along. You know, you might get caught up. The bull runs over, and you still got these crappers. So, um, yeah, and that's it. I think that's pretty much all I have as far as content goes. Like, I need to put up some stuff here and there. First, I was getting gung ho on doing the daily. That may not be the best thing. I need to, just get something up and maybe make videos a little bit longer, because they're mainly a journal for myself and whoever just happens to skip along on them. And we're in practice mode right now, so that's it. Next halving, it's not too far off. Hopefully, we'll have way, way, like price discovery be found. Like it's like maybe it's to the moon somewhere, and then the next happening was just send us to the beach. Send us to the beach to look at potential homes to retire at. That would be nice, or something additional on this piece of land we got here. All right. So on that note, leave your comments in the comment section on your experiences.